Hello, everybody. My name is Christopher Wood. I am 52 years old. I am a 5-year revenge retaliation victim of Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. I am a brain injury, skull split, body mutilation, kidnap, sex assault, false arrest, arrest refusals, extortion, sodomy, attempted murder, full physical identity theft victim from Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police and their accomplices. OPP, ex-chief or commander, year 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler, sex slavery trafficking, guilty of having me shot, August of 2019. Staff sergeants, years 2019-2021, kidnapping and sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward, Stacy, a mental health worker that was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Hafner, Spencer Mills 14716, Robert Kane 7224, Dr. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, doctors who are criminally negligent involved in co-committing with criminal intent to commit and cover up, file falsifications for discriminations and treatment refusals, including having me charged twice to prevent anything legal on them and to cover up their crimes. Dr. Tatiana Vakadinovic. She also goes by Dr. Margie V as well, and Tatiana V. She is the girlfriend to Stacy, Kingston AMHS. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, ex-CEO Wayne Coveyduck, and patient relations are all guilty and criminally negligent involved in co-committing and covering up crimes on me and for themselves that they are guilty of. Accomplices who are sex offenders, drug traffickers, sex slave traffickers, drug traffickers, who are guilty of stalking, injuring, torturing me, skull splitting me, brain damage, the body mutilations, and the identity theft, including blinding me in this eye. A guy known as Bill Wooldridge. He has many alias names: Bill Wooldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosable, James Bubbles, Stephen Mavis, Robert Cross. Approximately 70 years old. Used to stalk he was stalking my mother, calling my mother mom. Thinks that he and I were switched at birth, and my dad as well. He is guilty of causing her death, murdering her with intent, December 20th, 2020. Along with OPP cop Constable Blair Hardy Kane, Detective Constable Blair Hardy Kane. He is guilty of being involved with my mother's stalking and murder. He is guilty of identity theft. He is guilty of criminal stalking, financial thefts and frauds, welfare, disability, insurance frauds, guilty of body mutilations on me, guilty of excuse me, guilty of financial thefts and frauds. He is guilty of rapes. He is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of meth overdoses as well in Napanee. And these two are the ones that are co-offenders, bosses, and accomplices to OPP, the two main ones for their accomplices. And then there is Bert Hustler, Jason Van Alstyne, Tyler Lake, Robert Berry, Raymond LeBlanc, Dale Hartwick, Harry Hartwick, and Tony Hearns. They are all sex offenders, sex slave traffickers, registered pedophiles, and they are all guilty of very serious crimes on me, including attempted murder. Dale Hartwick with the intent to commit homicide for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend. Now it is to the point where it is going around where I am being slandered through other police who are involved. There is possibly reserve cops who are involved with the trafficking, the sex slavery trafficking, and other crimes that have taken place with me. One of the people involved is a Brant as well. He is a hermaphrodite, and his brother is a cop, as a matter of fact. The lies, the time buying, the cover ups, damage is done. You completely changed my identity, completely split my skull, completely deformed my skull, completely and totally fucked my brain, the full right side of my body, and kept me from help. Medical, legal, human rights have been taken. While this is going on with me, damage is done, time has been bought. I no longer have any feeling or stimulation on the right side of my head in any way, shape, or form. And that's the side that I was shot on back in August of 2019, not with a bullet, but by something that went into my right ear. And that's when I started having problems. And then I was going to the hospitals, and they were getting phone calls, and I was getting not treated from the file falsification compliments of Dr. Tatiana Vakadinovic. There's been lies about me about being a felon, a convicted felon, lies about drugs, lies about long psychological record in history, lies about being a suicidal self-harmer. None of it is true in any way. I am certainly no suicidal self-harmer in any way, shape, or form. Never have been, never will be. I do not do drugs. At one point in time I did, but not since 2018. And I overdosed in 2013. And I had a slip up in 2018, and that was my last time. I do not even drink alcohol. Lies about long psychological record in history that I do not have. I've never been in any fucking nut ward in my life. Lies about criminal record and felony history and all of this other shit that is certainly not true in any way, shape, or form. No criminal record, no criminal history, no association prior to any OPP cops named prior to August of 2019 after I was shot, and then me going to OPP and wanting arrests, being surrounded, hands on guns. I have video proof and have proven it to show that it happened. Extortion arrests on me of $22,000, kidnapping to prevent any more proof of what happened and what is happening, and by whom, how, and why. May 27, 2021, compliments of Shelley Hafner, Lennox at Eddington Mental Health Association, and OPP cop. Her and a Judge Chappelle, under free or false pretenses, kidnapped me 24 hours after me asking for help with what has taken place with me. When they found out what they had done, they ended up fucking off. Extortion at $22,000 to have anybody arrested. The lies, the time buying, the cover ups, the damage is done, you cocksuckers. You are guilty of murdering my mother. You're guilty of having two of my dogs killed. You're guilty of completely and totally destroying my fucking life, completely and totally destroying my identity, completely and totally destroying my body, which could be proven if I wasn't medically blacklisted. As it stands right now, each and every one of the cops named are guilty of murder and attempted murder premeditated with intent to commit for revenge, retaliation, because of me speaking other human trafficking and no homeless exploitation for monetary gain. Luckily, I do not have $22,000 to have Jason Manalstein or any other of the fucking lowlives involved. This is what happens in Napanee when you speak OPP crimes. Families are murdered or missing regardless of what race or color you are. Those are police crime involvement crimes. Blair Hardy Kane is the son to drug cop Robert Kane 7224 as well. He is also an alleged ISIS member recruiter as well, which makes them even more seriously dangerous, being cops, being unarrestable, and now possibly terrorism, which OPP are guilty of in the first place: domestic terrorism and treason. And if anybody wants to think that anything that I have said is a bunch of bullshit lie, I can and have 100% proven everything said. One way or another, the cops, the doctors, and their fucking accomplices are going to end up being arrested. Cops are going to end up answering for what they have done. Nobody can be arrested or charged, so it's time to move on with fucking lawsuits, which I can 100% prove. And it is going to be for serious, serious amounts of money. No more fucking games. Enough is enough. This has been going on with me for 5 years, 24/7. And now it's to the point where other police are involved, slandering me also publicly to get me hated through public fucking opinion, through bullshit lies against me by labeling me as a fucking convict and other bullshit and not having to prove nothing. You are pure fucking scum. OPP Spencer Mills 14716. You are a fucking serial killer. So is Blair Frederick Hardy Kane. Bill Waldridge, which is possibly Spencer Mills' fucking father as well. He is highly psychotic, highly delusional when he's going around thinking that he is my dad and that my mother is his mother and that we were switched at birth. How the fuck is that possible in any way, shape, or form? And he believes it. This is the sad part. The guy is so fucking messed up on some kind of drugs, on heroin or on a meth psychosis or something, but he believes it. He lives right on Center Street North. I can't give no addresses out, but he lives right on Center Street North, right behind a law office on the corner of Bridge and Center. As far as addresses go, I'm not giving it on here. My computer has even been fucking hacked from this piece of shit. I do not even live in the same town or city as him. And my computer is hacked from his address. He has devices hooked up to my computer. I have proof of it. The exact devices and the exact location of where my computer and everything is hacked from and what devices are used. So my YouTube, my Facebook, my TikTok, and my Instagram, they're all being shadow banned once I start doing videos. So I hope these are seen by at least somebody and at least shared because it's very serious and important. Check out my other videos I have on here. Plus I have TikTok, which is Christwood02 or Morningstar Sun. Christwood on Facebook, also, where I have lots of videos and pictures to show the actual proof of deforming, physical fucking deforming and changes that I have been through as well. And not being able to do a damn thing about it because of being medically blacklisted. This has been assured against me. The lies have been told, enough is enough, and the pieces of shit, the doctors, the cops, and everyone else involved, you will have to publicly prove your innocence, which you cannot because you are 100% fucking guilty. I've said my rant, and everything I've said can and 100% be proven, and now it is to the point where my GSTs and my carbon tax have been stolen, have been given away on me, stolen and cashed by these very sons of bitches. So now they are guilty of government and government fraud, theft, and forgeries against me. While I am also going through this fucking identity theft, they are also guilty of putting insurance policies on their victims as well. They did it to my mother and they have one on me. And it can be 100% proven if any of these bastards were arrestable, but luckily they're not because they're OPP and they're OPP fucking accomplices. I've tried to get arrested, I've tried filing, and I've gotten nowhere no matter what I have done, no matter how much I've been able to prove. Napanee is a very serious fucking dangerous town with a lot of very seriously dangerous people who do not give two fucking shits for life. And that would be the cops and the doctors, and I have proven it. Okay, I'm gonna get off here. I hope if this is seen by anybody, they at least check out any of my videos. Hit the like, subscribe, and definitely share it. This needs to be getting out. My life is not a game, and my life and bloodline depend on it because I am the end of my bloodline. Bill Waldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jason Allstein, Dale Harwick, Tony Hearns, Ray LeBeau, Robert Barry, his boyfriend Rob, and Bert the Hitman Hustler, along with the Ontario Provincial Police named and criminal doctors at the hospital and Justice of the Peace. It is all organized. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. Beware and take this serious. Love all, hate none.